Hi, I'm just here to show you a few projects that I have underway, and the first one is just about completed. What I have to do now is to just add some exterior Mod Podge to this little birdhouse. Let me just give you a little better idea of this. It is a birdhouse that I created out of a half-gallon milk jug. The top is cardboard for the chimney, which I used paper mache, and I used paper towels as my paper for this because I think it makes it a little bit stronger. And yeah, the chimney, I actually used a white Sharpie magic marker to make the chimney, and for the flashing I just used, the stuff that's around the cork on a wine bottle. It happened to be copper, and I thought, oh, that would be really cute to use as flashing. And if you wanted to know what this roof is made out of, sorry it's so glossy, but that's a little bit better picture of it. It looks like a veneer, and what it is actually is iris blades that I just strung together. And then when I put the Mod Podge on it, it actually made them look much more wooden-like. So that is my little birdhouse. Oh, and it's got a little, I heard that you're not supposed to put perches on birdhouses, but I did put this little ventilation here. That little window on that side, and then on the other side I put a little window. Let me just show it a little bit better. There you go. A little window, just to make the birdies more comfortable. I did not put the little perch on it because they advise that a perch on a birdhouse invites predators. So that is the birdhouse. That is project number 1. Project number 2, I'm almost done with this. This is a steno book. You don't have to read that one. Okay, this is a steno book that I coated with some crushed up plant material from the backyard, which I think from an arborvitae tree, from a pine tree, some crushed up marigold. I just think it's very colorful. It's just paper towels, again, used as my paper mache, and it's coated with that shiny Mod Podge fabric. Now, I just bought a whole 18 of these in green steno. This one is just your regular steno book. And the pen fits nicely in it here. Well, it can fit nicely if I had planned it a little bit better. But I want to make these for gifts, and I'm thinking maybe I'll use some tissue paper and make some little bit of subtle background colors in the back and crush up the stuff a little bit more finely, and then perhaps not use the shiny Mod Podge because that has a lot of sheen to it. But perhaps what I'll do is I'll use the matte finish Mod Podge, and I think it will make a smoother surface. This is really glazed looking, but it's very cheerful, so I like that. Okay, project number 3. This is a mixed nut can. And it's not finished yet. I'm thinking of making a little knob for the top out of aluminum foil. So I was experimenting with just a glob of aluminum foil to make it look a little bit, to make it look a little more elegant. Now I've got to paint this and glaze it and do all that other stuff. Right now it was just paper bags covering this mixed nut can using flour and water for the paper mache, coating it with gesso, giving it a few coats, and also sanding it between each layer of gesso to make it a little bit smoother. So it's not done yet, but I was thinking maybe I could make maybe like a Hershey Kiss on the top, or maybe like a giraffe or something, or maybe a frog shape out of the aluminum foil, because it seems like this aluminum foil could be twisted into different shapes. A bigger piece of it, a little bit bigger piece of it. So that's project number 3. Let's see, project number 4 is the start of a doll. I just bought a doll mold from the local knitting store for like 25 cents, and I coated it with plastic because I really want the shape, the inset of the eyes, etc., to make it more realistic looking in the cheekbones and everything. And that's sort of a pain to do if you have to do it by hand. So that is obviously not a work that's ready to go anywhere. Now this one's interesting. This work is 0% complete. This thing right there. I happened to find this walking back from the grocery store, and I thought, oh, that's really interesting. I'm thinking that could make a really nice little napkin holder. So I am going to cover that and make it decorative, and then we'll see what happens with that. Okay, and my last project to show you, 1 second here, I'm not done with this yet, is an insulated coffee mug lid. I'm just using cardboard here, and I'm using one of those McDonald's cups, and I've got some batting in there for more insulation. And then I made this bracelet type band, which will, when I finish it, will make it sit nicely on my coffee cup. And I'm going to be using the waterproof Mod Podge to get that all done. Of course, I'll be gessoing it, then I'll paint it, and then I'll do the Mod Podging on it. And I was thinking of putting like a column of coffee beans on the top as the knob to be even more coffee-like. Well, those are my projects for today. I just took early retirement, and obviously I'm trying to find ways to fill my time. Cheers.